All right, welcome back to the channel. Today, what I'm going to be working on are arms. I just finished a 12-hour shift at work, so now I'm trying to complete my day with some type of workout, and that's always my goal. Is always to try to get a workout in at the end of the day, no matter how long I've worked. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to start off with close grip bench presses to work the triceps. And this right here is a excellent exercise for mass. And we're going to start off with the bar, and this is pretty much how I do every body part. I always start with lightweight, and I always pyramid my way up to the heavier weights, as you will see in a few. That's the beginning, and I'm working with minimum weight still. And because I'm working with minimum weight, I'll hit each set twice just to get to the top of the rung of what I normally would do. I normally have enough weight to where I can just pyramid up and wait and just keep adding weight. When you find yourself in that predicament where you don't have enough weights to pyramid up to, you pretty much hit each set twice, and that right there will kind of tax the muscle a little bit differently than the last set. I mean, your body don't know the difference in weight anyway. Okay, I've done 2 sets of just the bar itself, the 45 pounds. Now I've added a 25-pound plate on both sides, and we're going to do 2 sets of this. Like I said, because I don't have enough weights, I do 2 sets for each time I pyramid up. And another thing, you'll notice that I put my gloves on. Because these benches right here are kind of tight, a lot of times you can kind of pinch the edge of your hands on these kind of benches, and a lot of times these gloves help protect the size of your hand when you're dealing with small benches like this. It's not saying that you can't get the job done, but sometimes you have to use what you have to use to get the job done. All right, now I've did 2 sets with the 25-pound plate on each side. Now I'm up to the 35, and this is how I move up in small increments to really work the muscle and pump as much blood into the muscle as possible. So we're gonna do the 35 now. We're gonna do 2 sets of that. Again, with a small bench like this, these gloves will be your savior. This right here is another thing that you have to be aware of when you're working with small benches, is that the arms on the bench is not really wide enough when you're using an Olympic type bar. So you have to kind of, you have to kind of slide the bar from side to side to make sure that it won't fly off and hit you in the head or something. Notice when I put it back on, I have to slide it back over to this side to put more of the 45 pound on this side so it won't lift up. Let me see if it's gonna lift up. No, it's doing good. Just gotta slide it over. Slide it back to line it up. Start off with your next set. And this set right here is the 45. And then I'll add a 25, then the 35, and then another 45. I just keep going up like that until I fall out of the 10 to 12 rep range. And once I fall out of the 10 to 12 rep range, then I'm pretty much done. Especially when you're attached for time. A lot of times I do just one exercise, but I try to do some type of mass building exercise rather than those lighter detail type exercises. And again, I'm gonna also do this right here, 2 sets. And you kind of see me going at a slower pace. This right here, what it does, it allows me to tire the muscle to prevent me from having to use heavier and heavier weights. That way my muscles will fatigue and fail at the lighter weights, where it's safer to do the exercise. All right, now I've added another 25 onto the weight here, and when I did the 135 for my second set of 10 to 12, I can feel my muscles starting to tire. So with this extra 50 pounds that I've added onto the bar, I should fail before I get to 10. And once I fail below that 10, I'm pretty much done pyramiding. And what I would end up doing, I would still do a second set at that same weight to tax the muscle to its fullest. That way I know the muscle is completely tired. And that will be pretty much it for the triceps. And then I'll move on and do biceps. I probably do some type of dumbbell curls or something like that, some kind of shaping movement for the bicep, just to get that exercise in. Woo! that right there is the end of that particular exercise. I'm going to do it for one more set, and that will be it for the tricep. And again, I'll move to the to the bicep, and I'll probably do either, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do barbell curls, another mass building exercise, but I only do a few sets of that, and pretty much call it a day. All right, that's gonna be it for the arms for the day. What I end up doing is I did 2 sets of barbell curls, just the bar itself. I did 2 sets of that. Then I added a 25, and I did 8 sets of the first, and I hadn't did the second set yet, but I will get it did, and that'll be 2 sets with the 25 on both sides, and I'll see how many I can get. Hopefully I can get another 8, and that'll be pretty much of a well-rounded mass building type workout, especially if you are working long hours and you are taxed for time. The best thing to do is go ahead and hit the mass building type exercises and get the exercises over with, and that way you can kind of keep your body looking the way you want it to. Anyway, that's what I want to talk to y'all about. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel, and again, I'll be talking to you later.